Hey Keith, this is my 2020 TA bike setup. So I'll start with the front first. So SP Dynamo hub, I'm running rigid forks, small front bag on here with nothing much in it to this point, but it is an overflow for any food or anything else that I want to put in here or need to put in here. So I have my electrical stuff in a Ziploc, what do they call it? A lock sack bag. So all my electrical stuff goes in there. Also have my first aid kit. Nothing different than anybody else's first aid kit. I've also got some of that. Any other thing maybe different is liquid skin. Hopefully I don't have to use that. And a speared valve tube piece or mouthpiece for the ladder. Also in here in the front bag is a chain brush. It's just easier to get to in here. It can stay there. And for any, I guess, being away from main towns and stuff like that for a long period of time, maybe an overnighter, it's one of those little nano ultra silk day packs, which weighs nothing. You can just put extra food in that if you need it, or maybe you've got a couple of dehydrated meals that can put in there as well. And yeah, they go in there, and that's really about it. So it's just an overflow bag for food. Maybe a dehydrated meal or something I just throw in there because I want to throw it in there. And on the front I'm running a K-Light, their adventure light, set up for the mountain bike. T3 aero bars, and on top of there I've got a quad lock being modified, which my phone can sit into the quad lock case, but I also have all my the whole TA 220 guide in here, and that another one of those lock sack waterproof bags, and just sits up in there if I need it. But I can also, it's also very handy for looking at towns and phone numbers instead of getting out the phone, and you can just look at that, and yeah, it's easy. Just a standard speedometer, which I probably won't need because I've got a GPS unit. I haven't got it on here at the moment, but I've got an eTrex 22 which just sits in here. That's just will be my main navigation guide. Underneath we've got a twin K-Light USB charger. One of them is always hooked up to my power bank. It sits in here, and I'll get to that in a minute. And the other one can be used for, this comes off the switch here. There's a switch so you can turn your lights on and off. And you can also hook another one in here which I could recharge my lens light, which goes on my helmet. In the noticed the mouse has got in there. Yeah. Don't leave food in your feed bags. The mouse might get it. So in this feed bag, anyway, I have just an A-bus. It's a lock, bike lock, just for stopping it, like stores and going to the toilet and stuff like that. It may help prevent getting your bike stolen, but yeah, it wouldn't be hard to cut. It's just deterrent. And here is some, I use Squirt chain lube. So I've just put this in some of our chemical bottles from work. I've got 2 of these, just keeps them separate. Some strapping tape because just for my the outside of my foot here tends to rub a little bit after a day or two when they swell. So that's So I've got that for those. And in here, and just a normal feed bag, Riverlay feed bag, got one on each side. Food goes in there. I like having my feed bags here because it just for me it works much easier. You know, I can get my hands into here instead of trying to get under here. And yeah, I like them. I'm pretty happy with them being there. So I've tested it and it just works for me. In here, in the gas tank, that's the gas tank or the jerrycan, whichever one it is, the Riverlay. So I just got a spoon and more food will go in there, maybe some hot chips or something like that. But I just keep that, try to keep that for food into there. And on this side, I've got a Hagloss, it's an active Gore-Tex rain smock. I use this in adventure racing quite a bit and love it. It's only about 220 grams or something, and I just put some reflective patches on the back. Whether that works or not, I don't know, and see how long they last. But that's just a really good active Gore-Tex active jacket from Hagloss. Very simple. And that just goes into a Z-Pack shoulder strap pouch, which I had lying around, so I decided to use that. In this another Riverlay bag, that's just a switch for my phone, so I can take photos without, remotely, up to about 90 meters. I think it's a Joby little remote. For my glasses, because I need glasses. In here, toothbrush, toothpaste, and my little homemade sewn up Chucksy kind of, I don't know if it's Chucks or not, but it's something else, Chucks towel. And it's just good for just wiping yourself down. You could have a shower with it. But I guess if you are going to stay in a motel, you probably find that they have a towel there anyway. But it's just good for, like, dry, if you're sweaty and you just want to wipe yourself down, or you're going to bed at night and there's some water about and you just want to wipe your face and give your body a quick wipe down before you jump into bed. That sanitizer. Emergency toilets and some wet ones for emergency toilets as well. And that's it in there. Tool pouch in the bottom there. I decided to go that way instead because I wanted the weight down low. So I've got 2 tubes in here and all the tyre stuff that I need. There's some tyre boot, sealants, patches. And it's a slightly modified tool. I stripped down a multi-tool because I found that I couldn't actually get the multi-tool into bolts like this or down into here to tighten them up. So I've just used a small ratchet and basically modified a few things to get in there. But let's give you a quick look anyway. In a slightly different pouch, which is a good use of a kid's toy bag. So a spare hanger, and that's all my tube stuff, and there's even some bit of Loctite in there. So in this bag there's tyre levers, that's my little ratchet tool with the, so you can fit Allen keys in there and sockets, but there's no sockets that I need. And then a modified Lezyne chain breaker. So I just took that off the multi-tool and using that. Also, so in this bag here, in my frame bag, thanks to Robo Kiwi. He did an awesome job on that. I run my bladder in here, and I like running a bladder, and for me it just works. So there's a 2 litre bladder in here. The tent pole's off my tarp here, and the tent pegs go in here. They just sit in the back there quite easily, and then the bladder goes in there. So basically, because the tarp is the last thing that will get rolled up if I happen to be sleeping in it. So in the main part of it is a buff. Always got to have, ever have enough buffs. So I've got 2 buffs. So on the bike in general I carry 2 litres of water, but this is a 1 litre platypus bottle, and that'll fill up. And if I'm, same thing, if anything is long, it's going to be long, maybe like down 90 Mile Beach, I will fill that up with water, and that just fits inside inside this feed bag here. With some more food from 2 weeks ago stuck in there. That's what, yeah, that goes, that's in there. Also, these are my there. My arm warmers are in here, just stuff that I will need, well, constantly, I guess, like especially first thing in the morning. The arm warmers. This is just a space blanket ground sheet, which weighs 15 grams or something silly. So I just put that underneath my pippy bag, just that it's not going to get wet through. For water, for lots of, like a really wet day or long wet day, I think I'll just wear these. I haven't tried them, but I'm sure they'll be fine. Every other glove is, you're going to get wet hands, well, no matter what glove you have. Even if you have Gore-Tex gloves, you're going to sweat. So probably used mainly in the morning, I would say, when it's a bit colder. Throw those on. They're just the Caesar Summit paddling gloves, neoprene paddling gloves. And in here is a wind jacket. It's a Sportful Hot Pack, I think it is. Sportful Hot Pack wind jacket. And they're just, very visible. So good for those early cold mornings where there's a bit of wind about, or it's just cold anyway. I think that weighs like 70 or 80 grams or something silly as well. They're pretty light. That's always handy to have. And so these gloves are just, I guess, a bit more, say, early in the morning or late in the evening, if it's not raining. I have worn these in the rain, and they're definitely not waterproof at all. They say they are, but they're definitely not, and tend to sweat in them anyway. And these are just specialised, I don't know what they're called, Specialised Deflect, H2O. So, and also in here, notice this is my power bank. So everything feeds up through the bladder tube, and this is always hooked up to the switch up here, the USB charger up here. And just sitting up in this, I've got a rubber band up here. That's my Lane's design light for night time and stuff like that. So and then it's just USB rechargeable. So you can hook that up in there and just hook the cable up to that. So if you've been using it at night, I'll just hook it up to that. It's good light. You just need to run them on 200 lumens, and I think you get 7 or 8 hours out of it. But it goes up to 700. It's called the Macro Duo 700, and it's pretty light. It's about 80 grams, but that's all I would be taking. So that's it for that bag, and the bladder tube comes up, and I just have it hanging over here, and I can drink up out of here. It's just what works for me. So On the back here, I went with a battery-powered tail light. This is a Planet Bike one. It's just an easy switch, and it's quite good at night time. The gearing I'm running on this is 34 at the front and a 950 E13 on the rear. And it's good. I like it. Probably could have gone 32 to keep it, and that would have been perfect, but 34 would be fine anyway. It's a 12 speed, so yeah, there's plenty there. These reflectors are actually for my rain pants. If I wear rain pants, they just strap around the bottoms there, but pretty good place. Helps any visibility. I'm up for it. So I've put a few strips of this 3M reflective, I think it's Scotch-Brite reflective tape all over it, around the cranks, anything that spins, and it's just some on the back of my Revelate saddlebag as well. My saddle is a Sella Anatomica X2. For me, it works. I like it. I've tried a few different ones, but this works for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but it works really well for me. I'm happy with it. So we'll go into the back here. We'll start with this first, up top. Actually, I'm going to drag these out. There's a pair of Castilia neoprene toe, whatever you call them, just for when it's raining or it's windy and when they keep your toes a little bit warmer over you. Toe overshoes, that's what they are, toe overshoes. And a pair of thongs strapped up into here, so they always sit there. I went with thongs because, you know, if I finish a bit early in the evening and want to walk around, or I want to take some time, maybe I want to go out for dinner or something, I'll stay at a motel, I want to have some dinner, I can walk there. I'm not trying to race this thing and do it in 10 days. I do have my objectives, but it's not 10 days. So it's just, yeah, for me it's just nice and handy to have. Then the back here is some Salomon running rain pants. Really, I can't see that any rain pant is going to keep you dry, and if you've got a good pair of necks, it doesn't matter if they get wet anyway. I think it's more wind protection for those cold winds that can certainly blow up in New Zealand. But they're light too, they don't, they're Salomon Advanced Skin Dry. Yeah, they weigh, I don't know, they feel like about 70 or 80 grams. Maybe 100 of that, if that. And then inside this bag, I've got a dry bag. I have leg warmers, basic Saucony leg warmers, another buff, and a beanie. So the beanie is probably one of the first and last things to go on at the end of the day. The leg warmers are just there in case I need them. This would be one of my this is probably the most coolest piece of kit I've had. I've used this in expedition race as well. It is an OMM Primaloft jacket. It's their light one, but it is just, it weighs, I think it's 230 or 40 grams. But it is awesome. I love it. That's it. So that stuff I'll throw on as soon as I finish at night time. In here is my whole sleeping kit: sleeping bag, mattress, pillow, and bivy bag. That's all into here. Okay, so my bivy bag's just wrapped in a bit of bubble wrap, which I can put on my feet, just to keep it dry. In fact, I might not even take that, I might just leave that. So here's my bivy bag. This one is slightly lighter than the other one. This one's, I think, 140 grams. So it's a waterproof floor, fully waterproof floor, bug netting, and a weather resistant. Don't try and sleep out in the rain in it. Weather resistant and breathable top. So it basically lies down and it's got a cord. You can just hang it up to anything, a tree, tent pole, or your bike, and your bike handlebars, and that just keeps it off your face. Sleeping bag goes inside, the mat goes inside, and yeah, it's cool. I'm looking forward to getting out there and using it. So I went this way. So with it's sort of like a multi-purpose. Well, with the tarp and the bivy bag, I can either sleep in a shelter or anywhere there's a roof with the bivy bag and not worry about bugs and destroying my sleeping bag. But if it looks like rain, I can set up my tarp. So my tarp weighs, I think the tarp now with the beach on it weighs 200 grams. So the whole bivy bag and tarp is about 340 grams, plus the poles and the titanium tent peg. Okay. Okay, this is my Neo Air Thermarest. I'm just going with the small size because that's all I need. And it's nice and light. It weighs probably 220 or 30 grams. And it's very comfortable, especially with my back. And my prized possession is my PhD sleeping bag. It gets comfortable rating at 0 degrees, so it's comfortable at 0. We got these custom made a couple of years ago for adventure racing, and they've just been, yeah, just really good. But 1000 loft goose down. They're not cheap, but yeah, they're really good and super light. I think this weighs about 500 odd grams, so, and it keeps you warm. And then almost at the end of it, last but not least, in the bottom here, just got some PhD Smartwall PhD thermal top, which I can, you know, if I do go out for dinner or something like that, I can wear that, or if it's cold, I can wear it as well. Spare pair of Swift woolen socks, and a pair of North Face Better Than Naked shorts, so I can wear those, or while I'm walking around. Yeah, same thing, if I want to go out for dinner, I can wear those. And also too, I've ridden these on the bike, so I can ride with them on the bike if my other shorts, bike shorts are wet. So from if I wash them and don't get a chance to dry them, but I'm going to try and stop at a laundromat occasionally and just do a bit of washing for my shirt and bike shorts while I'm eating lunch. But apart from that, that is about it. On the bars here, I'm running Mai Tai or Carver Mai Tai Carbon 29 degree bars with a set of KNCN bar ends. They're sort of they're quite nice and comfortable. And on the inside, on the main grips, on the inside, it's sort of like an ESI grip with a set of specialised fat gels just through here, and then I've taped them with just some physic bar tape. Nothing fancy there, but they are really nice and comfortable, especially through this part here, which I spend a fair bit of time just riding like that. Yeah. So that's it. Enjoy New Zealand, Keith, and hopefully maybe something out of there for you, but I know you're a smart man, so you've probably got plenty of tricks up your sleeve too. Alrighty, cheers.